Hello everybody to another episode of Kirby and the Lost World. This is Term, and as you can see, the Waddle Dees have finally finished Waddle Dee-liveries. Here you can enter present codes to get special items. Took 50 Waddle Dees to get here, and from what I understand, thankfully we actually already have a couple codes, which I'll explain once we get over there. The Waddle Dees at 50 as well were able to give us our house back, which is very nice, it's really appreciated. And of course, the Waddle Dee Cafe. Looks like they finally have a source of food. Then again, I guess Waddle Dees don't really need to eat, they don't really have a mouth. Or at least that's what you'd think. And you can also play Help Wanted. You know how it is, there's a worker shortage going on. Okay, so there's a lot to show off, a lot to see, and we can go ahead and talk to Elfalyn. Say, what do you think the Beast Pack wants with the Waddle Dees for anyway? I'd just gotten to know all of them when the pack arrived and started capturing everyone. We're far from the Beast's territory, so we thought building a town here would keep us safe. Thank goodness you came along, Kirby. The Waddle Dees work real hard. I can't believe they rebuilt this town so quickly. Yeah, they really are something. The Waddle Dees told me that you used to live in the same place as you. Did you know each other there? Whoa! Huh. So that's how you all know each other before you came here. Never would have guessed. I bet that kept things interesting. Kinda jealous. Don't get too jealous. It's not always fun being an enemy to all these people, because they're rather nice. You know, unfortunately, it's you know, if you need to take a rest, just try out the building. Kirby's house is ready to see. They decorate your house, you can decorate your house with figures. Just open up your collection with Minus. Then select the figures you want and press plus to display it. Oh, we'll make sure to do just that. And if you take a nap in your bed, you'll recover all of your health, which is very useful, means we don't have to rely on food. Though it is still nice. Now, as you can see, there is a little area where you can listen to the music from past adventures. You can't really choose, it kind of just shows the opening theme if I'm not mistaken. And unfortunately, this doesn't really sit right with me. At the time of recording this, Nintendo has recently discontinued both the Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS eShop. And the way they have this set up looks so... It looks like it's just asking to have you, like, click one of these images and it take you to the Switch eShop where you'll be able to buy stuff. No, I could be wrong. They might make this like a DLC thing for this game. Maybe, you know, push the Nintendo Online thing some. But I really doubt it. It's unfortunate that, you know, Nintendo has sort of, you know, took away all of that. You know, if you have the stuff, you can still play it, but the fact that you can't get it anymore and they have it set up like this is just... It feels scummy. But... for now, I'll let you guys listen to the really cool music while you know, I sort of take a little bit of a rest. So, enjoy! And that's just some of the music you can hear from the Kirby game. But we'll go ahead and head right out, as you can see, and we'll go ahead and check out Waddle Dee-liveries. Well, if I can get Kirby to focus for a bit. Kirby has a hard time focusing. Just give him a bit. Give him a minute. Here we go. Hey there! This is Waddle Dee-liveries. We bring delivery presents right to your door. Just enter present codes you find and we'll ship their related present and then drop them by your house. Speaking of codes, there are a few present codes hidden right in town. See if we can find them. Also, some present codes are shared through online announcements. We can hop online to claim those. Yep, that's exactly what we're expecting. Want to see how it works? Sure you do! I hid the present code on the wall of that house across from us. Go check out the wall. Try to find it. That's right. Any present codes for you to find in town can be entered and claimed offline. Pretty nifty, eh? Oh wait, I should have asked. This first, do you already have a present code with you? We actually do, because if you play through the demo, you'll actually be able to get 2 codes. One for beating the game, and one for beating the game fully on wild mode. Doing everything that you can possibly do. And we'll go ahead and show off both right here, right now. Let me just go ahead and, let's go ahead and get those pulled up real quick. Shouldn't take too long. It's connecting online for the delivery presents, just to check. Go on and enter your present code. Now we go ahead and pull out a pen, and the first code that we'll pull out is CLEARDEMO, in all caps. This is what you get for beating the demo normally. Aha! That code checks out! Your delivery present is already on its way. Look for it in front of your house. And just like clockwork, our present appears, ready for us to take. Go ahead and run over there real quick to pick it up. I don't really see why we need to pick it up at our house, but, you know, it's kind of nice. So, and for that, we end up getting 300 coins, which is very nice. A very good way to start off. And this, as you can see, there's an extra thing written on the wall. First password. Go ahead and put that in here. And they go ahead and send that over our way. Now, unfortunately, it looks like I might have lost the footage of using the second code, which was, if I'm not mistaken, NEWADVENTURE in all caps. That will also get you 300 coins and a rare stone. This is the stuff for first password, which gets us 100 star coins. Not as good as the CLEARDEMO stuff, but, you know, they really got to reward the people who, you know, did what they could. And unfortunately, I don't think I can get the footage back from that, so we'll just have to run along and do what we can. So yeah, just, I'm new to this. Don't judge me, please. Oh well. As you can see, here is the Abode coast, and it's only right that we go ahead and start off this adventure by going towards to scale the cement summit, scale the cement summit, scale the cement summit, scale the cement summit, scale the cement summit. Haha, I did it 5 times fast, just like I said we should at, you know, last episode. I'm afraid I literally did this during the regular recording when I didn't have pre-recording, so, you know, I gotta make sure that I'm doing it now so everything lines up pretty well. Here we go, time to scale the cement summit. We'll go ahead and drop this copy ability here and get a new one in the form of, well, not really new, but here's Needle. So I find this little glowy spot here. There are some coins that we can go ahead and, if I can jump up the leaves. Okay, there we go. We'll go ahead and rush over here, break some boxes, do what we can. Pop! Not too shabby. We'll go ahead and climb up this ladder here, paying no mind to all these other enemies here, and get rid of the first of 3 wanted posters. Go ahead and bash into him real quick. We'll go ahead and climb up, and I go a bit too fast. You gotta be real careful with these Gordos. Of course, I'm kind of like, you know, spinning around, trying my best, and we get our little copy ability back, which, in all reality, I could have just come up here and gotten the exact same from another enemy, but oh, he just fell off. I hope he's doing alright. Anyway, we'll go ahead and tip over this thing to reveal our first Waddle Dee. Off we go. Thank you so much, and we'll see you back in Waddle Dee Town. Gotta climb up here, break some of these guys real quick, and break. And we'll go ahead and hit you as well, because why not? Am I right? There we go. Oh. We'll go ahead and break that, and we unlock another capsule. Wonder what we'll get from this one. As you can see, there's an enemy just kind of vibing. And I go ahead and get my our spike back. Break this, go ahead and get some food, some sushi it seems, and hit this little bomb block, which brings us down to this Flutter Needle blueprint. Very useful, very nice, and hopefully you guys also found it. It's going to be very nice to get to use, but of course I'm going to go ahead and, come on, suck up the thing. Much better. Climb up here, trying our best to avoid all cannon fire. And there's not much else to see up here, so we should go ahead and, it's a nice view, go ahead and head off to the next area. Get some milk. Don't know how long that's been there, but that's alright. And let's go ahead and take ice with us, because that just seems like a good idea. And here we're fighting Florina! Now, I'm not going to lie, for some reason, this boss, like, when I first saw it, reminded me of One Piece, specifically the character Bon Clay. Which, I think it might be because of the swan, and the fact that it's a ballerina, and it's doing all these, like, spinny moves, and all that. And so it just gives me Bon Clay vibes. I don't know why, but it just does. You know, it's doing its best, and we're doing our best. Unfortunately, I don't exactly do the best job fighting this thing. I am still very new to its fighting style and moves. I think everybody's kind of new to it in this game, just because, like, we've never had to play Kirby in a 3D environment like this before. It's always been, like 3D visuals, but 2D, like, space. Go ahead and keep that ice a-flowing, and I don't realize that it's charging up a suction thing, though I really should have, because most any enemy that's going to spin like this is going to have a thing that lets it suck in enemies. That's its whole, like MO. Of course, the ice that we've been putting onto it breaks because it starts spinning. And, we are starting to really look pretty hurt. Thankfully, we are able to try and avoid its attacks pretty easily. Unfortunately, don't avoid that, but we're able to get our ice once more. And just start really beating into it. There we are, and at the end of its rope, Florina is done for. Go ahead and drop this copy ability and get the one that we get from them, Tornado. We have not seen Tornado in a fair bit, but as you can see, it is a powerhouse against small enemies, and it picks up everything in its path. It is extremely fun to use. I don't think it does that well damage-wise with bosses, but, you know, it does the job. It's fun to use, and that's all that really matters. Sometimes you don't have to have really heavy-hitting attacks to make a game feel fun. You just have to move fast. Speaking of moving fast, we have to make our way up here. Now, you might worry that you don't have enough time to walk all the way up there, and that's okay, because once you get up to this point, just fly up here, and you are all good. See you later, Waddle Dee. Go ahead and hit this wanted poster, get the second one out of the way. Get another Gachapon capsule. Go ahead and float over here, no reason to wait. And just past here is a little secret area. The secret area is filled with spikes, but it shouldn't take too hard as we bump into here and hit all 3 switches, unlocking Waddle Dee, as well as getting another challenge, which is do not hit the spikes in the secret area, which it'll show right now. I know this footage like the back of my hand at this point. That's the unfortunate thing about YouTubing, is that you have to basically see your footage like 3 times over at least. Once while you're playing, once while you're editing, and then once when the actual video goes up, because you gotta see your own video. You gotta like watch how it is in real time, because once you see it, suddenly all the flaws come back and you realize the mistakes you made. But if you can see up there, there is a new mouthful mode ability. This one is really fun. Arch mouth, here we go! I am always a sucker for like gliding and flying mechanics. There's a reason why I played Breath of the Wild so much and how much time I put into that game. Just finding ways of moving faster while gliding in that game, when the bullet time bounce was introduced, absolutely marvelous. And I'm happy to finally to see some like gliding and flying in Kirby that isn't just like his little puppy hover. It's nice, and it's wonderful. And sure, he has like the fly ability in some of his games where he's able to like, you know, he becomes like a part bird essentially with his copy ability. But like this is different, you know? It has a different feel. And again, it's just because it's in 3D and we've never had that before. But it is so nice. And as you can see, I slammed right into the wall. But no trouble, we were able to make our way back down. Go ahead, now that we've hit all the rings, there's no reason that I should have to go the dangerous way, so I just go around the safe way here. You see some Scarfies, we go ahead and do some spinny there. And we see this crack in the wall, just go ahead and hit that, and we find a secret area with some really heavy-hitting coin rings, and a Waddle Dee for our troubles. And that's every Waddle Dee. Now, unfortunately, I end up missing 2 challenges this run. And you might be wondering, Term, what do you mean? You've almost gotten all of the wanted posters, and the last one is right there. I'll walk over here, hit the knock, 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 and I just completely ignore that one there. I see another knock, knock, knock. I go for that. I just got I got like coconuts on the brain at the moment. And so I suck in this little ice enemy, completely forget about the wanted poster. That is right over there. And we continue on. First level down. And we clear the stage, get all the Waddle Dees, get that, and we see that we need to freeze Florina with the ice ability. And we'll make sure to do that. Let's go ahead and let the level conclude, as it were. But not before getting our little Gachapon capsules. There's a treasure chest and locker storage mouth Kirby, which is very nice. Let the loading screen do its thing, and we see what level we've unlocked now. Looks like the fast-flowing Waterworks. See you later, Waddle Dees. And we also unlock some rifts. Just expect rifts every single time you beat a level, more or less. Go ahead and unlock those. Boop, boop. We'll go ahead and take the ice ability, as it were. Gun. And I'm going to show you guys what you need to do to freeze Florina. I go ahead and try to get it on this first run through, but unfortunately I am a bit late to go ahead and get it on this run through. Go ahead and keep them spinning and avoid their attacks like the plague. Just keep on freezing. Once they start slowing, you should be able to fully freeze them, and bada bing, bada boom, you have taken out so much of their health. It is so useful. Ice is it's such a good like attack against if you can keep on laying that ice down on them, there is nothing no boss I believe you can't beat. Then again, I don't know, I haven't seen all the bosses of this game yet. I've only seen 2 of them, and I've yet to fight the 3rd boss, because again, I'm trying to edit the episodes that I have currently because I'm still going by the skin of my teeth currently. I'm a bit farther along, but I know tomorrow, I believe, another Tales of Symphonia episode is going to come out. But anyway, we go ahead and get to the end of this glider portion, and I actually run over and hit the wanted poster, thankfully, which is very, very useful. Go ahead and hop up here, and we should be all good for this level. I thought I'd change it up a bit. We got those, and officially have 100%ed this level, more or less. Sorry about that. As you can see, we're going to go ahead and hit the fast-flowing Waterworks. I had something that kind of came up, so if there's a little bit of an inconsistency in my tone for a bit, that is the case. Now, I go through this level basically doing my best to try... I start off trying my best not to hit the water, and I don't know why. Like, the water is not your enemy. It's, this isn't Legend of Zelda where the water's gonna turn on you and become this, like, crazy as heck, like big boss, the slime boss with, like, a brain and a core. You know how it is. Though I wouldn't really mind that. I think that'd be a really neat boss. But I doubt it's going to be in this game just because all the bosses gotta be furry themed. They gotta be beasts. God, sorry, it's like 2 a.m. where I am right now. Okay. As you can see, we're sort of heading around these pillars, making sure that we don't hit any of the dangerous items, like Gordos. We'll go ahead and get the cherry, and as you can see, there's a Waddle Dee in that central one. I just skipped the first one because who cares about coins when you can get friends? That is a wonderful, wonderful thing, but we go ahead and have the tornado go on about. I can't talk. We're gonna dash over here real quick, and we get our first can of fish, or tins of fish. You gotta make sure you have the right terminology here. Terms gotta use the right term. Anyway, we'll go ahead and dash over here real quick. I always like to check up here because my monkey brain is just like, oh yes, secret. But of course there never is. I go ahead and skip both of these abilities that they're giving me because I'm just having way too much fun with the Twister. I hit that and reveal some more coins. And go ahead and dash over here. Climb up this ladder. And here we go. The first, here's a little fight for us to take on. Kill the first guy with not too much trouble, but this one's sort of like staying underneath for a good bit, which, honestly, good strategy. Unfortunately for them, I don't mind getting into the water for a little bit once it becomes needed. But of course, by then I've already hit the water, and unfortunately, it turns out that not hitting the water during this fight is a challenge that I completely forgot about. But it's alright, we'll make sure to do it on the second run around, because, we have enough time for that, at least. Go ahead and hit these last couple fish, and with that, we have officially destroyed them enough to continue on. I, of course, continue looking for secrets, and I am thoroughly rewarded with a coin. And over here, I believe I get rewarded with some food. which is useful. It means that I'm going into this next section with full health. Go ahead and hop over this way, and open up the chest for another blueprint. Chain bombs. This is one of the copy ability upgrades that they had in the demo, which was very useful, which means I already kind of know how to use it. It's very, very useful, very nice, but I'll go into that later. It's getting way too tiring. Ugh. Anyway, here comes ice. Go ahead and blow that up real quick. This next episode is like 41 minutes, or just about, more or less. I don't really quite know the final time because I still need to add the audio that I'm recording currently and add it to the second. But anyway, here's a little secret, a little ring mouth secret. Hop on the boat, and it shows right, left, center, and you have to remember which way to go. It's like a maze. And then it does a little slow pan back just to make sure that you really did get it on that run through. And of course I do. It's going to be right, then left, and finally center. And once we get through the center, we'll need to make sure we are going fast enough to hit them and get our next Waddle Dee. Go ahead and hop out of this, drop the ring, and head on out. And with that, we can continue on our way. But not before getting a Gachapon capsule. Gachapon is life, as long as I'm not doing too much gambling. Okay? Okay. Go ahead and get these stairs real quick. Go ahead and destroy who we can. Get away from that Frosty. And we put this here for the switch to open up that little door there. The stairs are very useful as a little tool. They're very good at... They have a big footprint, and so they're good at catching a lot of... at hitting a lot of buttons. We go ahead and scare that golden fish. Since we found it, we'll get a little another Waddle Dee for our troubles. And we hop up here and suck in this set of stairs as well. But I realize that we don't exactly have a path for it, which is an unfortunate thing. So I go ahead and spit this one back out, and we head over to the stairs real quick, which is, you know, not the stairs, the switch. It's getting too late in the day. I go ahead and try to suck it in, but unfortunately accidentally get rid of my copy ability, get it back again, and suck in the stairs. After I get rid of my copy ability again, because I am not in the best state of mind. We become Stair Kirby. Flatten some of the non-believers. And we ascend to the heavens. I don't know what I'm saying. But we get another tin of fish, so I think I've made up for the craziness. Here we go, get our stairs back and place it right on top of here. Now, I could go for that Waddle Dee, but there are more switches to get. So, I go ahead and head this way. There's a Frosty in our way, which is very, you know, it's nice to know that they give us the ability we're going to need, even if we don't have it already. Destroy the fire, and get these stairs. Pop, 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 pop. And we squish them like the ant they are. There we go. We go ahead and spit this all out. And we make our way up, where 2 Waddle Dees are waiting. That's a 1. And a Toodle-Dee. And with that, there's one more, loose Waddle Dee that we need to get. I'm not going to call them that anymore, because that sounded weird. Don't call people loose. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and head through here. As you can see, there's a lot of water. We could get Cutter, but again, I'm going to bypass them, because we have ice, which means we can skate over the water that we have here. I find that anytime there's water, ice is a very nice one to get, just because you basically have like a fair bit more control of where you're going. You're still going to be carried by whatever current is there, but you can at least go faster through the current, which is very nice. It feels like you have more control, when honestly you probably don't. As you can see, I'm trying to get this last can of fish. I go against the current, then go towards the current to get it. We open up the door. And we go ahead and follow the path of least resistance, getting an energy drink in the process. I go ahead and check up here, despite the fact that there's nothing there to look for. And we keep on spinning, right round like a record, baby. Go ahead and get rid of the sword, because we don't need them. We have ice, and ice is life. Go ahead and spin around. This time the whirlpool is spinning in the other direction, which I always heard happened on the other side of the Earth because of the Coriolis effect. Which is, you know, kind of weird, but kind of cool. Spin of the Earth affecting the way that water drains. Anyway, we go ahead and unlock this switch here. Put it through here. Get the Waddle Dee. I'm not going to cut that. We're going to go ahead and go on. Go ahead and follow our journey and make it to the last Waddle Dee. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to need that, especially because I ended up pausing halfway through for reasons unknown. I kind of forgot that I was recording for a bit. Anyway, Sword Kirby. Very nice, very nice. And Hothead Kirby. And just like that, we're only missing one. Very nice. And with that, we also end up having enough Waddle Dees to break down the door. The door that leads to the Tropical Terror. You see a familiar face in a different body. The Waddle Dees helped us open, and now we can challenge the boss. But I don't think we'll be doing that today. We unlocked some more rifts for our trouble. And we'll go ahead and head back in here. Now, I like going into this with a bomb, just because I like bombs. I like the way that I can just hurl a couple bombs and then them run into it later. It's very nice. It's very good at setting up stuff, and it's much better than Spike in my opinion. Which, while decent as a guard, is not really the best in my opinion. Because you need to essentially move along with it to get that sort of Katamari effect, and we don't really have a lot of options on this thin grate, because we have to do this without touching the water. Go ahead and let them die of natural causes. You know, drowning is a natural cause. And here we have the fish, and I get a bit overwhelmed here, and almost make a rather dangerous mistake where I almost fall in, but thankfully, I am able to save it, as we are able to follow along. Pop, pop, pop goes the fishies, and one of them even runs into the bomb for me, which makes this a lot easier. We do that, we get our little achievement, and we open this up. And we make it to the end. Boop. Go and open some more capsules, getting Poppy Bro Jr. And now we get into the part that you've all been waiting for. After we say that all the Waddle Dees are saved in this area, and getting that red star, it's time to make some blue stars by taking on some of these little treasure abilities, some of these treasure roads. Now, I take my time deciding on which one I want to do here, because there are a couple that we can do. And I don't want to do all of them, unfortunately, for you, but we'll make sure to do what we can, because we'll need to save some for next episode. Let's go ahead and start off with the sword treasure. This one is basically learning how to fight with the sword in an effective way. And you'll get to see the first run through of this. Let's go ahead and take on the sword trial. We run forward, and I just go ahead and go in for a spin attack because that just makes sense to me. We charge up for a second spin attack, and bada bing bada boom, another set of enemies gone. Charge up a third spin attack, despite the fact that, you know, I probably could have done that with only done that with 2 spin attacks. We go up here, and we fight this guy. I try to do a spin attack, but then I realized the error of my ways, fighting both of these guys at once. And we charge up another spin attack, because they're all going to follow me anyway. I might as well get them all killed. Here, I try my best to spin attack both of them, but they're too big and too fast. As you can see, I am very over-reliant on that spin attack in this first run-through. You have to decide when to use the abilities, and you can't just spam the same one over and over. This one is decent. I don't quite understand the dodge roll mechanic, and I probably won't until, like, episode 9 of the series, I believe. You know, I still haven't recorded episode 9, but I feel like I'm gonna need it, just because of the person that I'm facing. Go ahead and fight him. And down they go. We go ahead and head over here, get our rare stone. And unfortunately, that was not enough. We did not do that fast enough. So let's go ahead and show you what it looks like when we are optimal. I go ahead and run forward and just kill them with a sword dash. We then charge up a spin attack, let them all come to us. And next up, another spin attack, because again, they're all coming to us. If you're going to be surrounded, might as well do a spin attack. I go up here, do some hops, and we run up here. I do a spin attack on those two, and then I fight this one normally, because it just seems like the right idea. We do another spin attack here, and here I rush towards one of them and get rid of them, because if you can get rid of one of the big threats, suddenly your problem is cut in half. How fitting for the sword trial. We'll jump up here, and it's time to fight big old gigant Wild Edge himself. Go ahead and take the hit. We fight, get behind his shield, and start taking him down. Shouldn't take too long. In fact, we're just about to kill him right here. Wild Edge is not really that hard of a guy to fight. Once you get him on the ground, you can just slash his back over and over. And with that, we were able to kill him in 56 seconds. Pretty decent. And good enough for the record at the time. With that, we'll go ahead and head on to the next challenge, up and over across Spiky Road. Nice little tornado hat. And this first run through is me just getting a sort of bearing for the level. You know, I'm going this way here, despite the fact I could have just went the other way. Now, when you charge up Tornado, you're going to want to jump before you use the action button, just because when you jump, you're able to get that like full-powered Tornado all ready and ready to go. It's very useful. Would recommend. Here, I get kind of trapped here. I probably could have ricocheted really well, but I didn't. And here I make the mistake of trying to make my way through. And I decided to try again, because despite the fact I was right there, I want to do this right. Because now that I have an idea of what I need to do, we skip across here. We skip across here, no reason to hit through that. Here we go ahead and go through this open slot here, which really does save a lot of time. I go ahead and head over here, and I wait for an opening, because I also take that hit, just because we have enough time, just barely enough time, to get this on this try. And 30 seconds was the time. Just barely, but just barely is good enough. Turns out close enough is good in horseshoes, hand grenades, and Kirby challenges. With that, we're going to go ahead and go towards, I believe, one more challenge for the day, Volcano Fire. This is one of our first upgraded copy ability levels, so as you can probably guess, it's going to be a bit more skill-oriented towards getting that arc. This is going to teach you basically the arc that this thing holds. And as you can see, I already have a pretty decent idea of where the arc for this weapon is. This little copy ability. I'm kind of get flubbed up here, but it's no trouble as we keep on keeping on. I go ahead and try to rush over here. And I think, oh, I can just run over here and I can light them, but that is not the case. I may be able to do our little, and as you can see, I try again. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the optimal route. Go ahead and smash that. We'll head over here. Hit that. Hit that. Keep on keeping on. You gotta keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Go ahead and shoot that one just before the Gordo bar gets over. Hit that second one, and then I gotta wait for the Gordo bar. Probably could have hit the third one first and the second one last. Just because, but, you know, hindsight is 20/20. We'll go ahead and hit all of these. Jumping to hit that one. And I get fed up with that and decide I'm just gonna rush in real quick. Here we have this, so I go left, right, alternating. If I miss one, I just keep on going. And I hit that one and jump back over to come back and get this one. As you can see, it is very useful, very nice, and gives us just enough time to rush our way over. 3 seconds to spare, I believe. I am right, 3 seconds to spare, more or less. And with that, that is, if I'm not mistaken, all the levels that we can do for the day. So, on the next episode of Kirby and the Forgotten World, we'll be heading towards the boss after doing a couple of the last treasure roads of the area. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.